Greetings, Black Ops Elf is here, and I'm gonna be reacting to the XCOM 2 reveal trailer. Just saw this, had no idea that this was on the horizon at all. So I haven't seen that trailer yet. I'm not doing a face cam because, as you people know, my face cam doesn't reveal all that much because I'm usually masked. So that's about it. I have beaten the first game, Enemy Unknown. Well, technically that's the first game. I have never beaten the original. I got close, but I beat the Enemy Unknown. I haven't played Enemy Within yet, though. So I do know what I'm getting into here, but I have no idea as to the specifics of what this game's going to really entail. So here we go.
Are invited to relocate. I'm volunteering for complete eradication will be paramount to the safety of our forthcoming worldwide
Unification, huh?
Clinics opening throughout the world. Thousands of refugees continue to migrate into the city centers. As we welcome these new inhabitants to our cities, we are thankful to the Advent administration.
Advent. Looks like dystopian to me. Okay, so is this... that's what I thought. Aliens have taken control of the governments and the humans are cooperating. It's just like Half-Life 2, basically, in this case. So you're in a human resistance. Nice. That'll be an interesting game. Still got the nationalities on the back. Okay, here comes the Snake Men! Snake Men are back! Okay, so drones. Nice. Snake Men! Great, just what we didn't want. Or in this case, Snake Woman, but... Is that a sword? Awesome. Oh, melee! Nice. Oh, a base out in the desert? Nice. New looking, whatever you call that, no. Nice. Is that a relocating base? Is it a relocating base? It's a relocating base.
Welcome back, Commander.
Yeah, you stinking better believe it. Yeah. This is what I'm talking about. This year? Are you kidding me? Yes. Oh, yes. Okay, people, who's excited? Because I'm telling you right now, I am. I mean, I normally I would curb my expectations to most games, but there's only a few companies that I give straight up preference to, and I trust them more than the other ones. To the point where I'm not concerned necessarily about the final product being completely trash. One is Petroglyph, like I said with my Grey Goo, still can't say that, Grey Goo reaction, and also Victory Command, what they're doing with they've had their problems, but their products are always good, they're always solid, plus they're previous Command and Conquer people, so you have to love them for that. And with this, Firaxis, Civilization, yes, they've had a couple of rough spots with the, Beyond Earth and Civ 5 before it got its expansions and such. But they did great with the new XCOM, and even though the XCOM, the Bureau didn't work out the way they planned, it still wasn't a bad product. It just wasn't what we wanted. And in this case, XCOM, if they're rolling at all, I mean, based on that trailer, it looks like they are still following the same formula. I have no doubt, based on what I'm looking at there, that this is going to be good. So let's focus now. Let's look in at the specifics of the trailer and try to see if we can't draw some information or draw some specifics from it. So okay, so the game we won, the invasion happened in 2015. So I'm guessing, based on, and this is what I've seen from other people making suggestions as well, that in this canon you lose, or basically maybe you finish the game in 2015 just like you finished in the end game, but then something else happens is more than likely. I don't think they would make the entire point of the first game moot and say that no matter what you do you lose. I doubt that. Besides which, these aren't the same aliens, by the looks of it. You've got the Snake Men. Yes, I know it's a woman, but they're called Snake Men. You've got the Snake Men from the original game, and the only other aliens we saw were the armored guys, which I'm guessing are human, but I can't tell. Shape-wise, body mass and all that such, I'm guessing they're human. Co-conspirators. Maybe they work for from Enemy Within. What's those guys called? It's on the tip of my tongue. Maybe they work. Maybe that's their angle. They're thinking there. But those aliens, we've never seen these particular aliens before, and no, I don't think they're the outsiders from the Bureau. They're not the same. They look like a really advanced, maybe like an advanced humanoid sectoid, perhaps. But there's nothing really we can really draw from that at this point. The red glowing lights indicate to me, since they're all over the place, and I noticed the scanners, notice the scanning technology, and basically all their technology use that little red glowing beam, so that indicates kind of a theme of technology. I don't know exactly what that indicates, like as to the nature of what their technology is, but also notice, you also saw the light poles with the red light, light poles with the red light. The Advent Administration. Now, Advent, that sounds like a human idea, but it also sounds like an alien idea. So, as I said before, this basically seems like a Half-Life 2 Combine concept thing where they let humans run the thing, but they're still in control, obviously, by the looks of it, as we'll see here in a second. Soldiers there, we get to sneak around. Obviously, there'll be civilians involved. It's a Messiah complex type propaganda system. You know, we saved you and uplifted you. Multiple, did you see that in the background there? Multiple, the aliens have multiple arms in this particular situation, so maybe the higher ranked aliens will have multiple arms. There's those light posts again. Also, based on what we're seeing here with the light posts and also with the enemy soldiers and the civilians, there's going to be a lot of friend or foe issues as well. It won't just be like in the original, it's just like let fly and who cares. And this one, you're going to have to. And there's as you can see the alien in the background right there, indicating. Yeah, those are humans, I think. Yeah, those look like. Let's dial it back a little bit here. I want to say they're humans, but I can't tell. So, okay, now we get to look at the human tech. Okay, so we're not. So as you can see here, I'm guessing these are the these might be the 4 different classes. Although it could be entirely possible that they have either. I doubt that they ditched the class system, based on what I'm seeing. I doubt that they ditched the class system, but maybe they're offering maybe a little more customization to the individual class system. Like in the original, you had customization for the characters, but not necessarily to the classes themselves. Like what a class got was what they got, and then there was a couple other things you could throw in there, but there wasn't like a ton of depth to it, I guess you could say. There was freedom, but there wasn't a lot of depth. So what we're looking at here, weapons-wise, is we see notice the red light technology again. So, and yes, you could be saying, well, those are just laser light. Yes, possibly, but I'm noticing a theme with that as well. It looks as if they have jury-rigged human and alien tech together, probably a cross between leftovers from the first invasion and also the current gen as well. I'm guessing if these advent aliens are not similar at all to the first ones, then we might see actually a crossover of leftover. I don't know what we called you didn't call the first invasion aliens anything but aliens. So the X1 aliens, their technology, and also a crossover between human tech and the new alien technology. So I think it looks like it might be a big mosh pit, I guess you could say, of different techs. Notice the oversized weapons syndrome again, just like in the original, in the first one with the extra large assault rifle barrel. Look at the size of that grenade launcher tube, which I'm fine with. It's totally appropriate within this game context. But so as you see here, like I said, we got a cross between human tech and alien tech with the return of the more XCOM-ish design human uniforms, although these lean a little more towards military colors and not like the XCOM colors, which were kind of unique to them. What we hear, like I said, we've got a grenade guy over here, some kind of heavy assault type, I'm assuming. And I doubt that the hoods necessarily... I think the hoods are just kind of more of an aesthetic thing, perhaps. I doubt that that's like a camo mesh. That could be a camo mesh, but I doubt it. This is a shotgun. There's a shotgun here on the third guy from the left. That's a shotgun of some variation with scopes and such. Based on what I'm looking at here, it would be actually rather interesting to note if you would be allowed to actually customize the individual weapons that the soldiers are carrying. That would be quite interesting. It could be give them like little buffs and such. Extra customization would be a pretty cool thing to see. The weapon we're seeing on the far right is obviously a sniper rifle of some type. The one in the second is it's just a standard human assault rifle with some extra gear slapped on there. And then of course we see the drone, which we'll see in a bit. Notice that the drone is using alien hover tech of some variety, or human-based hover tech rather than rotors. Here we see the like I mentioned earlier, they're keeping the nation flags in, which is always good. No, now something just occurred to me here. The fact that she lingered on the human here, the civilian here, indicates to me that there's a possibility that there may or may not be certain situations where you might have to choose, between taking a human out in order to accomplish an objective, or maybe having to deal with human sympathizer spies. And from what I'm sitting here, actually, now that I'm looking, I do not think that these armored individuals are human. Based on, if you look at the way the lips are formed and everything with this helmet, I'm pretty positive now that these armored guys are not human. They're aliens. So I'm guessing that the human sympathizer element might be a little less larger than we might consider. Like, the whole Combine situation, there was a lot more human sympathizing in that than maybe in this. So it's all conjecture at this point. So human, we indicate by that at least at the very beginning anyway, your human weapons are effective against at least lower level enemies. Notice that the alien weapons do use human design magazines or systems. They're very human-esque. They're not purely alien in nature. It looks like the aliens have done. It looks like the aliens have. You're seeing the soldier in the back, enemy soldier in the background there as well. They're using some kind of. It might be some kind of mimic game where they're, kind of like mimicking the human technology and form. It's, like I said, it's conjecture at this point. And then here we see the rise. The Snake Men are back. Or in this case, it's a Snake Woman. But the Snake Men are back, if you remember from the original game. Those guys were always fun to deal with. And we see there, it was... I'm not familiar with that weapon. It was some kind of... It wasn't your standard plasma weapon. It was some kind of plasma beam instead. So that was interesting. Notice here that the hover tech also doubles as shield. And it is actually a shield that is effective against the aliens. These aliens, they're using human... They have human hands. They have humanoid forms. Using human armor design. Everything about them is human. And so... Yep. And as you can see right there, we can actually use drones to capture and stun guys now instead of having to send out our soldiers to do it. Thank you for Raxus. Seriously. The fact that, and that how I think that those are actually aliens in the armor is the fact that she sniped them and didn't just straight up stun them or anything. I mean, it could be that we'd be okay with shooting them anyway, but I'm leaning towards the fact that those are aliens. So here we see the Snake Men doing their traditional chokehold, which we hate. Area effect weapons with the grenade launchers, nice. And here's the thing that we see that's pretty awesome. Okay, I take it back. With the human thing, those are human soldiers wearing those uniforms because notice this alien has no lips. They has teeth, not lips. And they're not wearing, if this one could totally be wearing armor if it wished to. Now we see the one thing that really is going to get people excited is the sword, the machete style. It's even wooden, even got a wooden handle with a. I'm going to use a little of my sword expertise. It's got a wooden handle, but it's got a full metal tang going down the center. It's not a machete per se. That's a military-esque combat sword. I'm actually going to go back and take a look at it because this is kind of significant. Is there a... Okay, so we didn't get to see much of it. It could be far Middle Eastern design, maybe Malaysian or Filipino or something like that. What's it look like a little bit to me. So now here we see the new what was it, Sky Ranger. And notice how the front of the Sky Ranger is designed to look like some of the older helmets. Also looks sort of more like one of the alien. I think some of the aliens had some kind of armor face grill like that. I just find that interesting. So we have refugees out on what appears to be. I don't think this. Yeah, this is the desert. This is like Arizona. This isn't Grand Canyon or anything. So here we get the final clincher. The base is a mobile flying craft, a very large mobile flying craft, rather than a stationary base.
Commander.
Yeah, that's right. Welcome back. So, that is my reaction and analysis of XCOM 2 reveal trailer. I couldn't be more excited. Well, I think I can get more excited once they actually reveal some more stuff. But that is awesome, and it's coming in November. That is right around the corner. That's in time for Christmas. People are going to buy it, and that's what they want, of course. And man, I'll tell you what, if this game works out and they actually release it and it seems like it's going to be good, I will probably feature it on this channel. I know that I say that about a lot of games, but I can almost guarantee you I'm going to feature this on this channel because this is looking pretty sick. So this has been Black Ops Elf reviewing the XCOM 2 reveal trailer. Stay alive out there.